Hey, good morning, everybody. Rory Powers, Right Line Trading. Before we go too much further, this broadcast is for educational and demonstration purposes only. I am not a licensed financial advisor. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please ask somebody. You could lose your entire trading account. Preferably a licensed financial advisor to consult with would be a good idea if you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading. With that being said, good morning. Today is Tuesday, April 1st, April Fool's Day. And just to avoid any unpleasant surprises, I always like to look at the Forex Factory before we get started. It's always a good idea to know the trading environment that you're getting yourself into when your money's at risk. And these economic news reports that come out on a daily basis can cause a tremendous amount of volatility and increase the risk on these trades. They can be our best friend or our worst enemy. So let's see, at 8:30 in Europe, the President, El Presidente is speaking, Lagarde. 9 a.m. FOMC Barkin. Canadian manufacturing PMI 930. Then we've got some big ones. We've got some big ones coming down. The final manufacturing PMI at 9:45, and then hold on to your shirts. At 10 a.m. is the ISM manufacturing PMI and JOLTS job openings. Couple red folders. And then ISM after that, also at the same time as that. ISM manufacturing, construction. So listen, at 10 o'clock, man almighty, if you're in an open trade at 9:55, 9:58, 9:59, get out of it before 10. Maybe right after, maybe by 10:02, 10:05, once things settle down, maybe the market will find a really nice direction that we can capitalize on. So big news day, 9:45 it starts, and then 10 a.m. it continues. Good morning. Thank you, Dukester. Good morning, Rao. Rao, our gold got crushed this morning. Now we're going to continue to let it run. We're going to continue to keep an eye on gold, even though it got crushed in the overnight session. Let's keep an eye on it. Good morning, ads. All right, great. Welcome. Welcome, ads. Good morning, Edward. Good morning, Ankh, Jim W. Good morning, Carol Dukester, Suzanne, Judy, everybody. Gambit, Jorge. Let me lay down a little foundational information really quickly, since this is ads first day. What we're doing here today is we're trading the fully automated trading systems that we call the AI Auto Trader and the iBots. And these are strategies that run within NinjaTrader 8. No other platform. NinjaTrader 8. Once the strategies have been enabled, the trades will automatically be executed and managed on your behalf. The nice part about it, though, is if they are executed, we could see them on our charts as long as within our chart trader, we have the same account that's running in the strategy. What I mean by that is we're in an open position on this Steven drone. So right here on my account on this NASDAQ chart, I have the Steven drone. And we could see the live trade in action. Our profit target is up here. Our stop loss is here. And we're in this trade on the Steven. currently. What we've done is we've run the strategies through the overnight session, the London Open, and right now we're headed into the New York Stock Exchange Open. And we have what we call our leaderboard. This is our leaderboard. These are the bots that are performing the best in the current trading environment. These are all, if you notice, these are all NASDAQ strategies in my leaderboard. All NASDAQ strategies, with exception to the gold one-day pass. You know, we have a member, Mohammed, who was just, we were talking yesterday, and I believe he set up a one-day pass on gold to trade overnight. So I'm hoping that he hit that one. So this is our leaderboard. These are the ones that come to the top of our radar as to which bots should I trade in my live account. Very common question. Now I like to start off every morning, and I do my my power play trade of the day, my power play trade, and that's our PA account hack. And I'm going to set up for it now. The way the PA account hack goes is we get our trade copier and we put the AI NQ 30 range velocity drone, the smart velocity drone. Now the velocity drone, I had an interesting email. Somebody said, hey, you know, if the market goes sideways, we could be in trouble. That's been his experience in the past with other bots. A really nice filter that this bot has is this velocity filter that prevents us from getting into a sideways market. So we're going to use that one. We're going to throw on the Apex accounts. And lock her up. And what we do is, and I also have an announcement. I'm going to give you an update on Right Line Funding. But what we're doing with this morning PA account hack is we look for a multi-time frame alignment of trend between our 30 range and our 20 Unirenko. Let's take a look and see what happened overnight, just so we know the overall trading environment. Here's April 1st, April Fool's Day. We're kind of right where we started. We went up, down, a little volatility, but we're pretty much where we started off. At midnight. Some volatility. There was some volatility there. That haymaker strategy loves the volatility. With these news reports, there's always a lot of volatility. And when I think of what entry is the best for volatility, I always think of Signal A. Signal A. For those news reports. So we'll keep an eye out on the leaderboard. We make data-driven decisions, and we're going to see really quickly which strategies come to the top of our leaderboard. But just to set up this trade we're looking to take, is we want a multi-time frame alignment of trend between our 20-unit Renko, that's this chart here, the top right, and our 30 range. Our 30 range, you can see, is trending down. Our price is way below the 50. It's a beautiful short setup. However, on our 20-unit Renko, our 50 is green and price is right at the 50. So we don't have an alignment just yet. Also, bear in mind, we've got these big news reports coming out at 9:45 and then 10 o'clock. So we have to be careful. We like to wait till 9:32. 9:30 bell just rang now. Let's see if we get this big move down here. We've got a lot of downside support on the 20-unit Renko. But let's give it 2 minutes. Sometimes it's tempting to jump in at the bell. Let's get a nice retracement. Good volume. Could give us the old head fake down short and then pop up. Let's let things settle down. I'm going to go to my 30 range. Okay, it's at minus 235. Thinking maybe I should reset it just to play it safe. All right. Could get a pop to the upside here. Let's see if we could ride it up. I just turned it on looking for a long. If we get through this area of resistance, it could pop us in long. Come on, pop us in. Break that area. Bam, we're in. We are in. Let's go. Let's get some follow through. Get in the profit window. All right. There's our profit goal on the PA accounts right there. I turned it off. I'm just under $400 across 3 PA accounts, which is right in my profit goal. I'm looking to make between $250 and $500 a day on the PA accounts on a simple, repeatable setup that we've been doing now since February 1st with an 80% win rate. So at this point right here, when my PAs are up between 250 and 500, I take them off. And I'm done for the day with those particular strategies, with those particular accounts, excuse me. So it's a one and done. I'm going to reset gold. Gold is maxed out. Let's get gold back in the game. Now at 9:35, just now, the iBots are going to kick in. So we've been running the AI auto, and now the iBots are going to start executing trades now. The velocity's back in short. Bam, hit a full winner. And it was in alignment up above on the 20U. So that's this setup is going to be fully automated. So this is the perfect time to talk about right line funding. The right line funding is our prop firm that we're opening. Our grand opening is scheduled for today. Sergio's been working around the clock with the back end integration. We are able to get logged in and get the accounts going, and now there's just one last connection to establish within NinjaTrader that we're working on now. And once that's resolved, the doors are going to swing open. Here we go, another setup short. And we do have an agreement here. We've got a lot of downside support on our 20U. So while Sergio is getting that last piece of the puzzle in place, and that's to establish a rhythmic connection on NinjaTrader. Hopefully we'll have that done by the end of the day today. And we'll be sending out an email and messaging you. But that's been the holdup with the automation of this morning, of this power. I call it my power play. The morning power play, 80% win rate. And another beautiful trade here, short. Nice job, Carol. Now we're talking. Of course, Jorge. Jorge, in the strategy parameters, if I go to the strategies and I bring up a strategy, scroll down to the bottom where it says trade management. In the trade management, you have all of those parameters. If you want to have a trailing stop, you could trail your stop. If you wanted to go break even plus or minus, you could do that here. If you want to do a profit target window, I love that. That's my favorite one. The profit target window. Right in the trade management section of the strategy. It really has, Sergio coded, hard coded the ATMs right into the strategy parameters. This is another beautiful entry short. I know. I'm so happy Carol did that. Great job, Carol. Carol's brand new. Not to trading. She's really very smart and she's a good trader. But she's new to our system, our software. Yes, Carol. That's very inspiring to see you doing well. I had a really good feeling that you would. She had a couple of hiccups with her computer, but now we've got that. Now we're moving forward. There's always these little obstacles, that get put in front of us. All right, let's keep an eye on the leaderboard. Wow, that Mack truck is on fire. Here's another pop to the upside. That's just like the trade we took this morning. Did the same thing. My chart says 8 Unarenko on the 30 range signal A. If you're on the 30 range signal A and you're on an 8 Unarenko, if up here it says 8 Unarenko, that's your data series. If you go to data, right click your chart, go to data series, and you could change it from a 8 Unarenko to a 30 range. But check here. This is what's actually on your chart. This label on the bottom, don't count on what that label says. Go by what's right here, Carol. Because you can make this label say anything you want. This is what's on your chart. All right, get ready because we got about 4 more minutes. A lot of chop right here. A lot of chop. Okay, perfect, Carol. Thank you, Jorge. I appreciate that. I don't take the trade ads. I don't take 30 Unarenko. No, 30 range. 30 range. Carol. Not a 30 Unarenko. You want to go back to data series and the type is not a Unarenko, it's a range. By type, take it off a Unarenko, put it on range, and the value is 30. I'm going to put mine on 500 bars. Okay, great. Ads, let me go back to your question. No, the trade that I take every morning is not a manual trade. It's automatically triggered by the system. However, what I am doing manually is I'm timing when to enable my copier. My trade copier, I'm timing out when to enable it. I'm timing it to when I have an agreement of trend on the 20 Unarenko and the 30 range. That means for a long trade, I need on both charts price to be above my 50. For a short trade, I need on both charts I need the 50 to be red and price below the 50. Once I have that agreement, and it's between 9:32 and about 9:45 or 10 o'clock, then I click the on button. And then the trade will automatically be triggered by the bot. And while we're waiting for this news report that's coming out in just a minute, I'm going to show you since February 1st where we are with it. This is 2 months of data. This is when we started this hack. We've got the news report coming out. One of the reports just came out now. And we've got about 15 minutes. This was the orange folder. We've got the big one in about 15 minutes. Here it is. From February 1st to April 1st. Now, last week we had one down week. It was the only week in 2 months that we had a losing week. A part of the problem was me, if not all of it. I slipped on a banana peel and I made a mistake. But I'm not going to make excuses. We did have a losing week last week. And that's what you see here in this equity curve. It was $900 times 3. It wasn't a game ending, it wasn't an account ending error, but it was a small setback. And now this week, boom, we brought it right back up, over $18,000. We're at 18,707. So we're right about where we were, where we left off before our losing week. So that's the performance of that prop trading hack that we do every morning. I was speaking to Jim yesterday, and he says, that thing the trade you're doing in the morning, we've got all these bots on all these different time frames and all this great technology, and it feels like we're just using this one little tool in the toolbox. But right now, that one little tool is what's working. When it stops working, we've got a lot of other options. So I'm really not discouraged that it's kind of a tiny little, what do they call it, micro, a small piece of a really powerful system. But listen, we found something that's working, and as long as it makes money, I always say it. If it makes dollars, it makes sense. There's a nice trade up. Could get another push to the upside here. Here we go. Man, the ES just took off. The I buy ES4U is in. I love that strategy. The NQ16U. The ES8U scalpers in. That ES8U that trades the E-mini has really been doing great. Yes, the ES8U did great. You're right, ads. For the prop trading hack Mandinga, I'm using the Velocity drone. Thanks for joining us today, ads. I really appreciate it. I hope you'll come more often. Had a new member sign up yesterday, a school teacher. Yes, Judy's on fire. Judy is on fire. 2 days in a row. I love those messages. You made my day, Judy. Carol and Judy, you made my day. Here we go. Let's see if gold takes off short. Gold is due for a big one. Yes, Raphael. 500 to go. Now, Raphael, this will be his first eval. Came to right line. Man, how many of you failed now, Raphael? You were telling me yesterday. Haven't passed one yet, and now we're 500 bucks away. Great job, Raphael. Boy, this thing wants to run to the upside today. I don't want to jinx it. I love to see this bullish movement. Oops, sorry. You can see my open positions here. This Sim 101 account's doing good. That's a 20. No, that's the 30 range. That's the 30 range, the NQ Smart Stop. See, now I don't have an alignment here. You see my 20U way above the 50. My 30 range below the 50. So I don't have an alignment of trend. Now, these are the trades that I sidestep. Oh, and that reminds me, I want to put a PDF in, an ebook by David Wise that I really think provides great information. It's titled The Biggest Mistakes That Traders Make. Hmm. Okay, Carol. No problem. Okay, we got 5 minutes until this red folder meeting. this red folder report, excuse me. I'm going to run to the restroom. Give me just 2 minutes, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Big sell-off. Here we go. Big sell-off. Be careful. We're 4 minutes until the report. Wow, this strategy is red hot. This Sim 101. Yeah, I don't shut them off, ads, but I don't trade live on them. I just keep them running in Sim. I don't trade any type of live account. We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes until that Jolts report. I'm going to open Forex Factory. I always like to see what the news was. And then whatever I think the market will do, I do the opposite. Because I'll be wrong. I call it the George Costanza strategy. Whatever you think is going to happen, just do the opposite. Because, 9 times out of 10, I'm wrong. I'm referring to the guy on Seinfeld. The U.S. manufacturing sector growth stalled in March. Confidence for business activity softened. Let's see what this next report says. The first report wasn't very good news, but the market kind of reacted in a positive way. Okay, 1 minute. 1 minute. There we go. There we go. With the 20 U's in. That's 16 U on the top right chart. The computer, let me tell you, I'm getting no lag, which is really incredible. I shouldn't say that. I don't want to jinx myself. 19,392. Yep. Here we go short. Nope. Let's wait till the market finds a direction. Let's let things settle down here. That Sim 101 is red hot. Here we go short. Here we go. We could get a big move short here. We've got some downside support. Oh, this thing is going to push through. Come on down. Come on down. Oh, oh no. U.S. job openings and labor turnover. Little changed at 7.6 million. U.S. manufacturing PMI of 49%. Contracted in March. Manufacturing sector contracted in March, it says. Ooh, that could be a nice short entry here. We've got an alignment of trend here now in our 20U. Nice and tight to the 50. And our 30, nice and tight to the 50. Boy, this one could have some legs. See if this one, if we get some follow through, could be a beautiful trade. Here we go. In the profit window, picked up 250. It's Sim 101. It's just crushing it. That's the smart stop. Boy, it reversed on a dime. A lot of volatility today. The signal A's should do well. ES30 range is in. ES4 Unorenko is in. ES30 range ABC star is in the position. Raphael, I would just keep the 500 that you made. That's me. I'm conservative. We'll do the same thing tomorrow and we'll pass that eval. Capital preservation. Capital preservation. Let's not give it back. Here we go. Every time I think it's going to drop like a rock, it bounces back. This Sim 101 is on fire today. This is that strategy. This is the record holder on my machine. When this one gets into the ebb and flow of the market, it's basically unstoppable. This is the NQ Smart Stop. It's the same exact strategy as the velocity, but it doesn't have the velocity filter. So this one's a little more aggressive. Look at that entry it just took. Pull back and go. Yes, it is, Bill. Exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is. And I tell you, when it finds the ebb and flow, it's a beautiful thing to watch. The profit target's in a bad place. It's right below support. I always like to move my profit target right above support. Let's give it a clear shot. Now our profit window kicked in, which really helps us out. But that strategy now is $3,560. I think that this is a really good position that we're in on the E-mini. I think this E-mini is going to slowly drift all the way down. Getting a little bit of lag now on the E-mini and the NASDAQ. Just a tremendous amount of volume right now. There's a huge sell-off. Good thinking. Wow, nice ads. Let's see what open position we're in on the E-mini. Our ES30 range, IBOT ES30 range is in. It just, the 4U just jumped right back in. Oh, wow. Here we go. Here we go. That NQ Smart Stop is at $4,255. When it finds the ebb and flow, it's over. It's going to start running up the score. This is the environment, the trigger that it's using, that signal C. Every little pullback back to the 15 and continuation down into the trend. It jumps in. I'm surprised gold is headed down. I don't know where they're putting their money. We've got all the index equities headed right down into the basement. Look at Rao. $7,000. Incredible, Rao. Very nice. Congratulations. And our members are crushing it today. Let me see if I could get this. Excuse me, if this pops up, I'm going to move this. Okay, I want to put that ebook in the chat. Oops. Sorry. Sorry about that. Ay, ay, ay. This is the common mistakes that traders make. The information that David Wise, who was the author of this ebook, gives some really great information. Here's the ES30 star. I bought ES30 range. So this is the ebook here. I'm going to put it in the chat box. The most common mistakes that traders make. Some really good information. I'm going to drop it in. Now, this is good information because this is one thing to learn from our own mistakes, which are usually costly and painful. The best way to learn is from somebody else's mistake. So these are the most common mistakes that traders make. If you get a chance, check out that book. It's very short. It's not a long mystery novel. That ES30 is in a big trade. ES30 star, the IBOT ES30 range. This 4U, I keep thinking it's going to score a big monster trade. I got one position that got loose on me. Let me get rid of it. Oh, the ES30 star. Gives it more room. That's why that strategy does so well. You give that E-mini, you give it room. We've learned. You try to squeeze the E-mini and it just kills you. You leave it alone and give it room. And we found, well, Robert, who's a great member of our community. We would have never thought to put this. Well, actually, it's funny how we found it. It was initially it was meant to be for the NASDAQ. It has a 100-tick stop loss, a 100-tick profit target. And it has a little bit of candlestick pattern recognition in it. But it's the gift that keeps giving. This ES30 range. This is the IBOT 30 range. And when institutional money starts selling off and there's a large disparity between buyers and sellers, having those cash internals, those market internals, is a really nice trigger. Gold just can't find its way on my computer today. Coming up right behind me is professional options trader David Wise, and he's going to be trading the SPY Super System. And listen, you can, if you trade futures, when he takes a trade on the SPY, you could very easily take the trade on your E-mini, on the ES. Here we go, we're short. NASDAQ just jumped. This could be a big sell-off day. Tomorrow, those tariffs kick in. Let me see if I have an ES30 range chart. ES, here. This is a 30 range. Oh, the IBAT NQ30 range is in. That's a really fun strategy. Oh, it got stopped out. NQ 1 minute. It's reversed. Big retracement. Oh, you're welcome. I loved it. I read it and I said, man, this is great. Great information. The things he says on them, they're like just, they're basic common sense things that you read them and it like a light goes off. You're like, that's very helpful. Wow, look at this. Look at this strategy. Run up the score. Very quickly, it's up $500. That's the IBOT 30 range. Here we go. Little reversal. So if you're joining us late, right line funding, we're on the cusp of swinging the doors wide open. We're just one little piece of the puzzle away, and it's kind of a crucial one. We're in Rhythmic. Rhythmic is good. Where when you check out, you'll get your credentials, and you'll log into Rhythmic Trader Pro, sign your 2 papers, and then the next step where we create the connection into NinjaTrader 8 for Rhythmic, that's where we're just consulting now with NinjaTrader and getting that last step. All the funding is in place, all the money is there. The only thing we're waiting on now is just to establish that connection. When you come here to NinjaTrader and you go to the Rhythmic for NinjaTrader brokerage, it's just a matter of getting this last step cleared through Ninja's platform. Yeah, gold, Jorge, gold is just incredible. The price that it's selling for. Boom. IBOT 30 range right back in. Got a ton of upside resistance on the NASDAQ. My goodness. There's just a million bears waiting, waiting for price to come drift up that way. Oh man. All right, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Well, we got done early this morning. We got that one trade in. In the background, I took one other trade on the two evals for a very small winner. And I'll show you my trade copier. This is how we did today. The system, the number one strategy of the day, believe it or not, was it's this same exact strategy. It's the smart velocity, the 30 range smart velocity, without the velocity filter. We call it the NQ Smart Stop 2. NQ Smart Stop. It's this same strategy without the velocity filter. It's up $4,155. That's trading one contract on the NASDAQ. Incredible. Our gold one-day pass, the one-day pass, those are our templates for prop traders. And I think gold is going to really do well on the one-day passes this week. The Mac truck, the signal C entry on the Mac truck. I put a signal A entry into the strategy collaboration channel this morning. It's the same strategy, but it takes a signal A entry. And these volatility, when the market's very volatile, big swings up and down, the signal A does really well. The IBOT ES30 range scored a monster, and it's in another one now. That's what you see right here. The Sim VW, let me tell you something. I've got a strategy. I'm going to put this in the collaboration channel. It's identical to Roberts with only one change. It just has a profit target window and the trading hours. It doesn't start till 10 a.m. But I'll show you. It's got me really excited. I was showing it to Mark this morning. This strategy is named the Volkswagen. It's in jeopardy on this trade that it's in now, but take a look at this. Wait, let me get all these unchecked. Look at this beauty. This strategy is up from March 17th to April 1st, trading one contract. It's up just under $11,000. After commissions, $10,970. 65% win rate. I was looking at the analysis. Looking at the trades, actually. And you could see the trades, the losing trades. I was looking to see what signal they were taking on the losers. An A, a B, an A, a B, a C, a B. The winners, the vast majority of the winning trades were on signal B. A couple of A and C's mixed in, but the vast majority of the winners were all signal B entries on that 30 range. And if you do a time analysis on it and look at the half hour of the day, you could see starting at 10, with the exception of 10:30 being a very tiny drawdown of $190. But after 10, it never has another losing time frame. So I've changed the trading hours from 10 right to 3:30. And it's been doing great. It's up just about $11,000. That's the Volkswagen. It's really Robert's strategy with different trading hours. Boy, we're in some nice long trades over here. So that's Sim Volkswagen again today. It's in a trade now that's taking some major heat. But that can change. It looks like it's in a short position. The Haymaker. All right. I was thinking, hey, where's our Signal A Haymaker? The Haymaker's been still chugging along, doing good. 895. 895 for the Haymaker. The Velocity Drone, that's the bot that we use in our morning trade, the power trade. Power play. I call it the power play. The NQ32nd up 760. The ES20 range up 612. My Apex accounts all scored. 555, 430, 390 on the PA, 385 on the PA, 365 on the PA. The PA accounts were up $1,140 today. If you add in the evals, another $2,125 today. Very quick and easy. I got to emphasize that. $2,000. I've never made $2,000 so easy in my life. I didn't do anything really. And the good news is we do it 80% of the time. Isn't that amazing? 80% of the time. The iBot 16U and the Sniper bot were just above water. The AI 30R went long on your machine. I was referring to this VW on the 30 range. That's the strategy. I just showed the performance. It's in a short position. Which one is Roberts? Roberts is the AI ES30 range ABC Starbot and drone. Starbot and drone. ES30 range ABC Starbot and drone. That's Roberts. It's the same with it's the same, but the trading hours are different, and I use the profit window. I love the profit window. The profit window, there's an old saying, I always, say it without using the vulgar word, is don't be let's say it rhymes with Rick or tick and it starts with a D. Don't be a Rick over a tick. And what that means is if you're just a few ticks from your profit target, you don't want your stop way down in right field where you could give back all of your winnings. No. And what it does, the profit window, is once it comes within, and you could set the amount of ticks in the parameters. Let's say if you put it at 10 ticks. If you have a 100 tick profit target and you get within 10 ticks of your profit target, your stop flies up to 10 ticks behind price. That's the profit window. And it prevents you from risking more than you have the potential to make. And I love it. I absolutely love that trade management feature. That's the profit window. On the morning trade, if you notice, let me show you. Because I think it's really important that you understand the profit window. Because it's really an integral part of our power play trade. Let's go to the Smart Velocity drone. And let me show you the trade management. I think you'll understand it from here. What we're doing is we're risking 60. Our stop loss is at 60. It's a one contract strategy. We're risking 60 to make 100. So potentially we could lose 300 and we can make 500. So a nice risk to reward in our favor. However, we have this really great feature right here called the profit window. What that means is if price gets to plus 75, that's 25 ticks away from my profit target. Okay, the profit window is 25, so if my profit goal is 100 ticks on the trade, once I'm plus 75, I'm 25 ticks from my profit target, my stop jumps up to plus 50, and it locks in 50 ticks of profit. So my stop is 25 ticks behind price, and my profit target is 25 ticks above price. At that moment, when the profit window kicks in, I have the exact equal amount of risk, and I do have the potential for my reward, 25 more ticks. So when I get within my profit target window at plus 75, and believe me, I sweat out every one of those 75 ticks. When I get to my profit target window, my stop flies up, it locks in 50 ticks. At that point, I'll either make 250 or 500 on the trade. 250 or 500. Here, I thought that was it there, but that's a different strategy. So that's how the profit target window works. And it allows us to go for some ambitious profit targets. And we have a few different ways to lock in profits without going the full excursion. We can go use this break even plus or minus in a very clever way as well to lock in profits. Look at this beautiful long trade. This 30 range, man, when this one catches one, this trade is up. This is the IBOT on the 30 range. We're starting to make our way through all of that upside resistance that I was shaking my head over just a few minutes ago. Well, lo and behold, here we are. I told you it was a George Costanza day. You think everything is the bottom's going to fall out, and all of a sudden, you got a rally going. All right, last trade, last trade. Ah. Oh, nice. Now we have what we call these smart stops, that it could have been a smart stop that exited the trade. That could have been a profit target window, could have been a smart stop. We got some really clever ways to manage these positions. We can have pretty ambitious profit targets, and even if they don't go the full excursion, they'll make some nice profits. There goes the 30 range, retesting this area. This is a perfect example of one of those trades that you have the potential, a very ambitious profit target that even if it doesn't go all the way, you're going to make really nice money. At a certain point, our stop gets attached to the 15 EMA. And when that 15 EMA changes colors, it'll immediately exit the trade and lock in profits. While we wait for this last trade, I just want to remind you, if you would, please, like my video here on YouTube. Right line funding, we're getting ready to launch. It's just one little integration away with NinjaTrader. Before the end of the day, we're hoping to be online and functional. But if you would, please like my video here on YouTube. The way their algorithm works, if you like it and you leave comments and you interact, believe it or not, wow, look at this long trade on the NASDAQ, will you? Holy moly. This thing is going to the moon. Here we go. Look where my stop is. One more push and we're just about through all that upside resistance. Oh, jeez. What a trade on this NASDAQ, huh? This has to be the trade of the day. Yeah, God willing, we do this every day, Monday through Friday, from 9:15 to 10:45. Curious to see how this trade ends up. Oh, you're welcome, Suzanne. Have a great day. We're going to retest this upside support here, upside resistance. Today was really a great day. I really happy to see some of you guys making some good money and doing well. Come on, push up. We got the the 150 range. RJ's. Let's put on RJ. RJ's in this trade, this move up. The VW is right back in the game. It's up 487. I love that VW. All right, we're going to give it to the latest we can stay is 11. 12 more minutes. I think we'll know one way or the other in 12 minutes. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Let's get through here. I am. I am, Ronald. Now keep in mind, it doesn't have a ton of data. It's not really a part of the portfolio, but since it's been doing so well, I'm going to share it with the understanding that it has a limited amount of data. Uh-oh, this trade's starting to come back on us. Oh. Look at this, popping right back up. And we hit a bare wall here. We're having a lot of trouble breaking through. We got this one last roadblock. The software does a beautiful job of defining risk. Those red lines you see are pivots in our volume zone indicator. There's a tremendous amount of sellers sitting right there. Here we go. Here we go. Push through. Oh, man. Almost. Look at that. 17, 18, 19, up over 2. Holy moly. What a trade. That was a $2,100 trade right there. $2,100. Incredible. All right. That was the IBOT 30 range. It risked 1,000 to make 2,200 it looked like. And man, it went all the way and got there. Great way to end the session. It's right back in. Going long again. All right, everybody. I want to thank you again. Ronald, I'm going to drop that strategy in right now. Have a blessed rest of your day, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Remember, David Wise is coming on right behind me. He'll be trading the SPY Super System. Have a blessed rest of your day, everybody. Come back and join us tomorrow. You're very welcome. Thanks for joining me.